Okay, next we're going to start reviewing for part 5 of Mastery Test 6. Okay, and these are the equations where we got to solve them for y, so they have to say y equals, and then we are going to write an equation for the slope. Okay, and remember we always use m for slope. Okay, so for letter A, I look at that one, well, it already says y equals 5x. So the y is already by itself. All I need to do is identify the slope. Remember, the slope is the number that's being multiplied by x. So in this one, I just simply need to write that m equals 5. Remember, it's just the number. It does not include the x. Okay, so it's just m equals 5, not m equals 5x. Okay, just m equals 5. Now for problem B, this one does not say y equals. Okay, so we have to make it say y equals. We got to get the y by itself. So the first thing we want to move away from the side that has the y is this 3x. So I can just add 3x to both sides. When I do that, I end up with 7y. And of course, negative 3x plus 3x is 0. I don't need to write anything there. And then on the right side, 0 plus 3x is 3x. Now it still doesn't say y equals because we still have that 7 there in the way. So what I need to do here is divide by 7 to get that y by itself. My 7's will cancel here. I'm going to get y equals. And then don't divide the 3 by 7. Just leave it as a fraction. We'll leave it as 3/7 x. Now that I have y equals, y is all by itself, now I can identify the slope and say that m equals 3/7. Okay? Letter C. Again, it does not say y equals, so we need to make it say y equals. So the first thing we need to do is get that 5x over to the other side. So it's minus 5 at negative 5x, so we'll need to add 5x to both sides. So now what I have over here is 2/3 y equals 0 plus 5x is 5x. Now in this case, we have a fraction times y. Remember, to undo multiplying by a fraction, we multiply by its reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3/2. Now when I do that, of course, on the left side here, my 3's and my 2's cancel each other out. I get y equals. And on the right side, 5x times 3/2, well, that just ends up being 15/2 x. 5 times 3 is 15, so it's 15/2 x. Now I can go ahead and identify my slope. So my slope for this one will be m equals 15/2. All right, go ahead and finish the rest of those. And let me know when you have those done so that I can check them. There's a little more to part 5 here. So we'll look at these as well. So again, we're still working on part 5, reviewing for part 5 of your test here. So up here for A, these ones, again, you're just identifying the slope. So for A, it's just m equals 5/4. For B, it would be m equals -4. C and D, go ahead and finish those on your own as well. The next part here, again, this is also for part 5 of your test. So again, we need to solve these for y and then identify the slope. So A, 2/3 y minus 1/2 x. We need to go ahead and add the 1/2 x to both sides. That's going to leave us with 2/3 y equals, well, 0 plus 1/2 x is 1/2 x. Again, to undo multiplying y by 2/3, we need to multiply by its reciprocal, which is 3/2. When I do that, on the left side, my 3's and 2's cancel each other out. I get y equals, and then half x times 3/2. Well, that's going to end up being 3/4 x. 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, I'm sorry, so you end up with the 3/4 x. And again, I need to identify my slope. So my slope is going to be m equals 3/4. Okay, the next one we're going to take a look at here quick is letter C. If you look at C, all we need to do to get the y by itself here is multiply by the reciprocal of 1/5, which is 5. If I flip 1/5, it's 5/1, which is just 5. Okay, so over here again, 5's cancel, your 1 cancels, you got y equals. Now on my right side, negative 3/10 times 5 is going to be negative 15/10 x. Okay, which is correct, however, it is not simplified, so you need to make sure you simplify it. Negative 15/10 will simplify to negative 3/2 x, because 5 goes into 15 3 times, 5 goes into 10 twice. Once you have that, you can go ahead and identify your slope, which is going to be negative 3/2. We always want to put slope in simplest form. All right, go ahead and finish the problems for part 5 that we haven't finished here already. When you have them all correct, you can move on and review a different part. So go ahead and finish those, please.